If this bus crashed, there'd probably be like 30 people dead.
A potential safety problem on Sarasota County school buses. Tonight, one family shares their concerns.
Plus, new details about the Sarasota man accused of shooting a Fort Myers police officer.
And a reminder for voters ahead of the upcoming primary election. Your Suncoast News starts now.
You're watching ABC 7 News at 5.
Good evening, I'm Jacqueline Matter.
I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for being with us tonight. Topping our news this evening, Sarasota County Schools wrapping up the first week of class, but it's already dealing with what could become a major safety issue.
Students on some buses are being forced to sit in unsafe positions, hanging over the aisle on the way home from school. ABC 7's Erica Jackson joins us live from Sarasota Middle School to share one family's experience. Erica?
Evening, one Palmer Ranch family says one of their children was forced to ride home on the school bus with students hanging off the edge of the seat over the aisle. Their other student was forced to get off the bus and wait for another to arrive.
There's people literally sitting in the aisle, like this kid right here.
Students heading home from Sarasota Middle School were squished like sardines Thursday while riding on a crowded bus.
It's scary because, we trust that the school district is going to take care of our kids.
Abby Kaufman says she asked her son Joshua to take this video after learning two of her kids in Sarasota County were riding home on crammed buses.
Yes, my son is in a seat, but those other kids are actually like weapons that are going to be hurling through the bus if the bus has an accident.
Kaufman says she can't help think about the what ifs while watching this video, especially after learning a Sarasota County school bus got into a crash Thursday afternoon. While no students were on the bus at that time, she believes the situation could have been disastrous.
If that had been one of these two overcrowded buses, it could have had a different experience.
If this bus crashed, there'd probably be like 30 people dead.
Florida law requires every person on a bus with a restraining system to wear a properly fastened seatbelt while the bus is in motion. Kaufman wants Sarasota County schools to rezone bus routes by putting some Palmer Ranch students on less crowded buses. She says that small change will make a big difference in student safety.
I would like to see the school district figure out how every student can have a seat and a seatbelt.
Now, we sent that video to Sarasota County Schools. A spokesperson says in the video you can see the bus was full, but it was not at capacity. They tell us sometimes students have large backpacks sitting on the seat, which leaves some students hanging on the edge of the seat, hanging over the aisle. They also tell us that there were enough seat belts for all the students that were on that bus. Reporting live at Sarasota Middle School, Erica Jackson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Erica, thank you. New at 5, the state attorney's office will seek the death penalty for a Sarasota man accused of killing a Fort Myers police officer. Police say Wisner Dismerit shot Officer Adam Jobbers Miller at a Fort Myers gas station last month. The officer was immediately rushed to the hospital where he underwent emergency surgery and did not survive. Dismerit remains in custody with no bond. Sarasota Marine Patrol officers helping the Sarasota County Fire Department with a boat fire in Sarasota Bay. That call came in around noon and the fire was out in just under an hour. No one was hurt. We'll have more information on the developing story when it becomes available.
New information now on the number of dead marine life here on the Suncoast, likely from red tide. Mote Marine Lab scientists tell us they've answered more than 150 calls regarding distressed sea turtles in the area, most of them dead. In only 6 days, they've taken in 12 dead dolphins. Those numbers are just in this area. Florida Fish and Wildlife has also taken in 3 more dead dolphins to their Southwest Field Lab, which is just south of us. They say they're getting up to 20 phone calls every day regarding distressed animals.
Yeah, ongoing problem that we're dealing with. Let's get a check now on our weather on this Friday evening with First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Thanks, Scott and Jacqueline. We're looking at a very hot afternoon right now. 103, that's what it feels like out there. 90-degree temperatures. Not a lot of storms around. There are a few. We're going to see those in the radar in just a bit. West to southwest winds. That sea breeze has kicked up at least near the coast. East of I-75, still a little bit out of the east, and you can see more moisture down to our south this evening as opposed to what we saw yesterday, but still with that sea breeze there and a pretty healthy east to southeast wind moving across the state, 1 or 2 lone showers not out of the question popping up, and we just saw that near Osprey and near Palmer Ranch, just south of Palmer Ranch really. There's the sea breeze. It's just now east of I-75, and every once in a while we have that east wind pass through the sea breeze. Enough lift creates these passing showers. We have one, as I mentioned, near Osprey, and the rain isn't all that heavy, hasn't really generated much lightning, and you can see the street level we go down to US 41 near Blackburn Point Road and also Oscar Scheer State Park, getting a little bit of light rainfall. To the north thereof, near East Bay Street, heading off toward the Oaks, a little brief shower in your direction. And then there's one lone shower that has just popped up into East Bradenton. That's what we're going to see this evening. Just a few isolated showers popping up here and there, and then pushing off toward the west. I don't think it's going to be as intense as we saw yesterday, but still there will be a few around. We'll get that easterly flow again tomorrow throughout most of the day, and then that sea breeze kicking in the afternoon. The rain chance is still pretty small for the day on Saturday. Temperatures remaining pretty warm, no rain-cooled air for the most part around the area by 11 o'clock. Back to you.
Thank you. In First Alert Traffic, Sarasota police responding to a serious injury accident after a driver ran into a semi-truck. That accident happened around 1 o'clock this morning at US 41 in Goldenrod. Police say a driver ran into the side of a semi-truck that was making a delivery. Police say the driver was not wearing her seatbelt and was taken to Sarasota Memorial Hospital with non-life-threatening injuries.
The state of Florida will begin reimbursing SunPass drivers who were charged bank fees after a major accounting malfunction earlier this year. Millions of toll transactions statewide were delayed as a result of a billing system upgrade. Some customers were even charged bank fees when they were finally processed. FDOT says starting today, customers can start to ask for reimbursement for any penalties they had to pay.
Sarasota County's Supervisor of Elections urging voters to return vote-by-mail ballots as soon as possible. Ballots for the 2018 primary may be returned by mail or in person, but must reach one of the following 3 election offices by 7 p.m. on election night: the Sarasota County Terrace Building in Sarasota, the R.L. Anderson Administration Building in Venice, or the Biscayne Plaza in Northport. Ballots may not be left at a precinct on Election Day. Voters should complete and sign the ballot certificate envelope, and the voter's signature should match the signature that they have on record. Just a reminder, Election Day is Tuesday, August 28th.
And we are now less than 2 weeks away from that primary. And in the governor's race, we saw Republican candidates Ron DeSantis and Adam Putnam come through the Suncoast recently. Democratic candidate Andrew Gillum was with Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders for a rally in Tampa today. And Democratic candidate Chris King stopped by the ABC7 studio and explains why he believes he should be the next governor.
I get some of my biggest crowds in red counties across the state of Florida because I believe I'm coming with a vision that addresses many of the pocketbook issues that impact Republicans and Democrats.
Coming up on ABC7 at 7, Alan Cohen's exclusive interview with Democratic candidate Chris King. Still ahead tonight, tons of dead fish washing up in canals along Sarasota Bay, why residents are now asking the county for help.
And Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with your forecast for the weekend ahead, plus a warning for parents whose children use EpiPens. Those stories coming up next.
My name is Blake. I received a heart transplant when I was 2 weeks old. I play defense for the Red Hot Tornadoes. Sometimes my heart starts pounding like faster and faster as I go. I know I have someone else's heart inside me. It makes me feel happy because someone was generous enough to give me a second chance to live.
This gift of life was made possible by an organ donor. Imagine what you could make possible. Sign up as an organ, eye, and tissue donor. Go to organdonor.gov.
Reorganizing a space in your home? Save up to 20% on our beautiful light finishes during the California Closet's Shades of White event. Contact us today for a free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
If you don't want to fall immediately into love, look away. If you don't want to awaken a desire for excellence, look away. If you don't want to be seduced, please look away.
Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
Reorganizing a space in your home? Save up to 20% on our beautiful light finishes during the California Closet's Shades of White event. Contact us today for a free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Sarasota and Manatee counties are regularly cleaning tons of dead fish off of Suncoast beaches, but many private waterways are seeing piles of dead fish gathering along their shoreline. Counties have suggested that residents hire fishermen to help clean up, but with a massive amount of marine life washing the shore, these residents are asking for help. ABC 7's Dwayne Lindo is live with a look at what they're dealing with. Dwayne?
Well, Scott, they're saying some residents in the community have temporarily moved out because the smell is that bad. Tarpons and sharks have even washed up, and it gets worse during low tide.
And it all comes our way.
We've all seen the pictures of dead fish floating on Suncoast waters, but for residents living on the north end of Sarasota Bay, they experience this daily.
The smell has already driven away one of our residents. He moved out.
Stuart Smith lives in the Wild Oak neighborhood and has endured the smell for weeks. He says this year's red tide and dead fish count has been the most severe in recent memory. The county's solution? Having residents enlist fishermen to clean up sections of the bay. But Smith says that has to be put on hold.
The real problem for us is what to do and when. Because if we clean it up today, it's going to be back tomorrow. And if we don't clean it up, it's going to be a huge cleanup when it ends. So it's a very tough problem.
Obviously, we're not going to clean it immediately because we still have these waves of fish coming in.
Richard Veracki, who also lives on the bay, says the money needed to continually clean these waves of dead fish will have huge impacts on local homeowners.
For a very small area, which doesn't include the length of water line that I have here, they want $1,500 to clean the dead fish and remove it. Well, we're talking about, 10 times or 100 times $1,500.
He says the heavy burden shouldn't solely fall on residents.
I'm sort of hoping and expecting that the county is going to help us here on the bay in the same way that they're helping the people out on the island.
In the meantime, Veracki is doing what he says is best for his family.
My wife and I now are seriously considering evacuating. I have to use a hurricane term because the smell is so bad and it's bothering her breathing a little bit.
For Smith, he's looking forward to meeting with county commissioners, weighing in on options to solve this huge problem.
Sarasota Bay is a big resource for this area and a great asset. The whole bay is a mess right now.
Manatee County says they're still stepping up efforts to get rid of thousands of dead fish showing up on public docks and canals. Reporting live in Manatee County, Dwayne Lindo, your Suncoast News.
All right, Dwayne, that's up and down the Suncoast.
Yeah.
On the Bayside, canals.
Wherever you go, really, it seems like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is pretty bad. I offered my services to help out as well, and we're seeing maybe do something, instead of waiting for decisions to be made. You got to get it quick because it's still around there. And even driving to work this afternoon, you could smell it when the sea breeze kicked in along US 41. We are looking at pretty nice weather today. Not as many storms around as we saw yesterday at this time, but there are still a few. Lakewood Ranch webcam showing partly cloudy skies. Nice day today. Really just a warm one, though. High temperatures into the low 90s in places, and a chance for a few evening showers. We have the kickoff classic tonight at the Ramble. Football getting ready to start. Kids out there better be careful. It's going to be a hot start. Temperature at kickoff at 7 o'clock should be around 85 degrees. Southwest winds at 5 to 10. There is a chance for a few scattered showers as Armwood, just north of Brandon there in Hillsborough County, takes on the Riverview Rams. Here's what's happening with the Titan radar picture showing this east to southeasterly wind around an area of high pressure off the Jacksonville coast, and not many storms around. We still have that steady east wind. Every once in a while you'll see a storm pop up. Doesn't last all that long because there's some dry air in the upper levels, and once the storm tries to get going and taps into that drier air, it causes the storm to weaken and not stick around very long. We've had a few brief showers near Osprey and also up near Braden, and right there near Onico now, stretching up to State Road 64. This is moving to the west. A brief shower or two, not out of the question for Suncoast residents through this evening. You can see that storm is just about gone now as it heads off to the northwest. And a good sign there is that the dry air in place, you can see that quite clearly, stretching off across central Florida, and a little bit more moisture down to our south. There's more storms down there as well. So the forecast tonight does call for spotty showers now and again. Not a lot of activity by midnight tonight. Skies will begin to clear. We'll have a few storms possibly offshore, but we won't see much going over the mainland as a result of that dry air in place, and things kind of stabilizing a bit as temperatures tend to cool down during the evening hours. And then for Saturday, we'll start off with sunshine, east to southeast winds, a shower or two in the afternoon. That's it. The rain chance pretty small at 30%. Well, in the tropics, there goes Ernesto. Still a tropical storm, but not much to it. In fact, it's pretty much gone now as far as tropical characteristics. It's moving to the northeast, too, 31. As storms gain latitude, they really pick up speed, forward speed. This one is heading right toward Ireland. Going to bring some heavy rainfall there as a low-pressure area, not a tropical system at all. And this system we were watching yesterday had a 20% chance developing. Now it's down to 0. Bringing heavy rainfall into the islands there. You can see quite a bit of rain in the eastern Caribbean as well, but no chance of it developing over the next 5 days. So it really has been beat up by those strong winds. 90 degrees right now. Feels like 103 out there. And as far as temperatures go, current temperature 89 in Orlando. It's 87 in Miami, Jacksonville at 84 degrees. Nationally, low pressure area bringing clouds and showers into Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, stretching off into New York. They don't need the rain here. They're getting some. They've had some problems with flooding earlier this week, and as far as watches go, severe storms are possible right there over parts of Pennsylvania and eastern New York, and out west the heat goes on, and so does the high fire danger in places like Idaho, stretching down toward Nevada. Southeast winds for boaters tomorrow. They'll turn to the west late in the day, light chop, and the forecast for the next 7 days. Slight chance for late day showers. Most of the day should be fine. A 40% chance. A little bit more moisture comes back into play on Sunday, and then Monday will be a transition day to our morning showers possible through Tuesday through Friday of next week as those winds switch around again to the west-southwest. Back to you.
Thank you, Bob. Now to First Alert Traffic. We have reports of a crash on I-75 in the northbound lanes near mile marker 185. That's in Northport, between the Sumter Boulevard exit and the River Road exit there. And as you can see, it's causing slowdowns both north and southbound, but 2 northbound lanes that were shut down have since been reopened. But as you can see, it's still taking time for that traffic to get going again. Jacqueline?
Thanks, Scott. In health news tonight, a warning for parents whose children use EpiPens. A widespread shortage across the country could send kids with serious allergies back to school unprotected. The EpiPen shortage, which has been an issue for months, is caused by manufacturing issues and local supply disruptions. It's not clear how many children could be affected, and the shortage can vary among pharmacies. The FDA recently approved the first generic version of EpiPen yesterday. Legionnaire's disease is a deadly infection showing up in many hospitals through their water supplies, according to the CDC. It's a deadly but preventable form of pneumonia caused by bacteria in droplets of water. Those droplets can come from shower heads, water therapy spas and baths, and some medical equipment. The signs of infection are common enough to be mistaken for regular pneumonia, but Legionnaire's is far more deadly. Infection rates tend to be highest during the summer, and sick and elderly people are more susceptible to that infection. Health officials are urging parents to make sure their children are vaccinated against measles after 3 cases of the disease were reported in Pinellas County. Federal officials declared the contagious virus had been eliminated in the U.S. in 2000. However, infections periodically occur nationwide as the virus is still common in other parts of the world. Travelers can bring measles into the country where it can easily spread among people who are not vaccinated. The cases in Pinellas County are the first there in a decade. Coming up, the teen suspected of pushing her friend off a bridge explains what happened in that video that has since gone viral, and the efforts to find survivors in the wreckage of a collapsed bridge in Italy.
Reorganizing a space in your home? Save up to 20% on our beautiful light finishes during the California Closet's Shades of White event. Contact us today for a free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
According to Golf Digest, 2 of the nation's top golf resorts are on the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, the Auburn Opelika Marriott at Grand National, and the Renaissance Ross Bridge Golf Resort and Spa in Birmingham. Plus, the Marriott at Grand National was recognized as Hotel of the Year by Marriott International. Experience luxury and world-class golf Southern style. Visit RTJ Golf/resorts or call 800-949-4444 to book your trip to the trail.
Get more for your money during the Subaru A Lot to Love event at Sunset Subaru. Subaru vehicles hold their value better than any other brand for 2018, according to ALG. And Subaru is Kelley Blue Book's most trusted brand for 4 years running. The Subaru Forester is an IIHS top safety pick for 12 years running. Now, lease a new Subaru Forester for just $229 a month or get 0% financing with 0 down. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
How do you open tough jar lids? Do you try this one? Or this one? Or how about this one?
Honey?
This is the future. Shouldn't there be a robot for this by now? There is. Introducing RoboTwist, the robotic jar opener that easily twists off even the toughest lids. Just set it down, press the button, and watch it work. First, the RoboStrong vise locks down tight. Then the powerful twisting action unscrews the lid. RoboTwist is yours for the special introductory price of just $19.99. That's right, the robotic jar opener that easily twists off even the toughest lids, all for just $19.99. Whether the jar is big or small, RoboTwist can open them all. Supplies are limited, so don't delay. Here's how to get yours today.
Call 1-800-347-1073. That's 1-800-347-1073 or order online at buyrobotwist.com.
If you think it's hot outside, just wait until you see even hotter savings inside. Only at Rugs As Art Hot Summer Savings Sale event will you find the lowest prices on a vast selection of stunning rugs, furniture accents, and accessories. This special event only happens once a year, so hurry in before the best selections are gone. The Hot Summer Savings event ends soon, so don't miss out on the best prices ever. Rugs As Art, Sarasota's only area rug superstore.
Reorganizing a space in your home? Save up to 20% on our beautiful light finishes during the California Closet's Shades of White event. Contact us today for a free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
The teenager caught on camera pushing her friend off a bridge in Washington State, now criminally charged. Prosecutors making that decision today as we hear from that teen for the first time about why she did it. Here's ABC's Marcy Gonzalez with the story.
Prosecutors now say that push sending 16-year-old Jordan Holgerson plummeting 60 feet off a bridge in Washington State into the river below was a crime, charging the friend seen here shoving Holgerson with reckless endangerment. In an exclusive interview with Good Morning America, Taylor Smith explaining why, as Holgerson stood on the edge, afraid to jump.
And I was like, no, like, don't count down. Like, I won't go if you count down. I'm not ready.
She made that fateful decision.
She wanted to jump and she was scared, and she had asked me to give her a push, and I didn't think about the consequences. I thought she would be fine.
Holgerson now recovering from broken ribs and punctured lungs. Her mother demanding that Smith be held accountable. Smith says she has apologized.
At the beginning, she was very, you're fine. I know you didn't mean to hurt me. And then now she just doesn't answer.
And as Holgerson says she wants Smith to sit in jail and think about what she did, Smith says she is prepared to face the consequences.
It's scary. I mean, I accept whatever the prosecutor thinks is best for me, considering I caused not only bodily harm, but emotional trauma as well. But I just hope for the best.
And that reckless endangerment charge is a misdemeanor. Smith faces a maximum of nearly a year behind bars if convicted. Marcy Gonzalez, ABC News, Los Angeles.
An update now on that deadly bridge collapse in Italy. Excavators began clearing large sections of the rubble in Genoa today. They were searching for people still missing 3 days after that accident that killed at least 39 people. Rescuers have been tunneling through tons of steel, concrete, and crushed vehicles. Officials say 10 to 20 people may be unaccounted for, and the death toll is expected to rise.
Rescue crews helped refloat one of 2 bottlenose whales that were trapped in an Iceland bay this week. Rescuers tried to keep the whales wet by spraying them with water while maintaining their body heat with blankets and towels. One of the whales was in a more distressed state and did not survive. But the other was guided into the bay during high tide, where it did manage to swim away. And it's doing well tonight.
Yeah. Coming up, why Sarasota City Commissioners are calling for an investigation of the city clerk.
And Mote Marine Lab responding to people's concerns about its relationship with a phosphate mining company.
You want a Maserati, but you need an SUV. Why not have both? Levante, the Maserati of SUVs.
Experience it at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
I heard about the Dottoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dottoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Dottoli Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Don't hide it. We know that sometimes emotions just get the better of you, especially at the Honda Summer Spectacular event. And we know getting a deal on the Honda Civic, a 2018 KBB.com Best Buy, can be quite liberating, especially when this stylish Honda Civic comes with Sport Mode.
Yes! Yes!
Express what you're feeling at the Honda Summer Spectacular event.
I'm happy you're happy.
Visit your local Honda dealer and test drive the Honda Civic today.
Did you know that a dirty CPAP system could make you sick? If you knew what could be growing in your mask and hose, it would keep you up at night. Now, SoClean.com has released the world's first automated hands-free CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. With its patented design, SoClean is fast, effective, and hands-free, killing 99.9% of all CPAP germs and bacteria. Try SoClean now through this special TV offer, risk-free for 30 days. Just call 800-604-0398.
The SoClean works, and it's a really effective product, and I couldn't believe how easy it was to use.
SoClean works on all popular CPAP machines and masks, destroying CPAP germs and bacteria without the daily hassle of washing your system by hand. Just place your mask in, close the lid, and walk away. Voila! Sanitized and ready to use. Try SoClean risk-free for 30 days. This is a limited-time offer. Call now, 800-604-0398. Or visit SoClean.com today.